Hare Krishna students, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to continue the chapter of Flash, that is chapter 6, working with Flash CS3. We will start from chapter 61, modifying a linear gradient. In previous class we discussed about radial gradient and linear gradient on a particular tree. We applied that radial gradient in the top of the tree and the linear gradient in the trunk of the tree. Now we will modify the linear gradient. So how can we modify that? Draw a tree on the stage and fill the linear gradient color in it. Let us now modify the gradient field in the shape by using the gradient transform tool. So at first you have to fill the top of the tree with a linear gradient. So select the top of the tree by the selection tool, double click on the top of the tree and then go to the color option. Here in the right hand side, here is the color option. Radial gradient is now applied here. Now go to linear gradient, and this is your linear gradient on your picture top of the tree. Now you can modify this linear gradient by using gradient transform tool. Let us now modify the gradient field. Go to transform tool. Here is the gradient transform tool and free transform tool. So select gradient transform tool from here and then now select the gradient transform tool in the tools panel and click the object filled with gradient color in it in the top of the tree. Click on that object. The shape will appear as shown below in your book's image figure 6.16. Modifying a linear gradient, you can see that there is a parallel line that indicating that your top of the tree is under linear gradient transform tool, and you can change the gradient transformation rotation handle with adjustment handle, and this is the center point of the gradient. So if you just click on that, it will show you the gradient transformation tool. Go to transformation tool and select gradient transformation tool and click the object filled with gradient color. The shape will appear as shown below. For applying the gradient transformation tool, you first need to select your object and then double click on that particular object. Now you can see there is a parallel line on in the top of the tree. You can change those line, that is transformation of your gradient, by using rotation handle and center adjacent handle. Here is the center adjacent handle. Just click and drag, or click your mouse and drag your mouse, rotate your mouse. You can change the color gradient effect on your image. You can also change the size handle, increase or decrease the gradient size handle, and you can also use the center point to move the center point. You can hold and click your mouse pointer and hold and drag your mouse as your wish to change the gradient effect transformation. So in these three ways, center handle, rotation handle and with adjustment handle, you can change the gradient transformation on your image. Next we have the point change the center of the gradient. So the center point of the gradient is the place where all the mixing colors are present in equal portion. To change the center of a gradient, use the following steps. Bring the pointer over the center. So move your mouse pointer over the center, then drag the center point in a desired direction to change its position and observe the change. Okay, at first if you want to rotate your handle and then go to center and Click your mouse pointer and drag it. Upwards, downwards, left to right, anywhere you can change. Next we have changing the width of the gradient. I have already shown you that in the middle portion of the right line, right parallel line, there is a middle handle. To change the width of the gradient, field inside the shape, follow these steps. First, position the pointer over the width adjacent. This is your width adjacent. Move your mouse to that line with adjacent point and it will change the double headed arrow. When you just move your mouse pointer on that particular point, you can see that there is a double headed arrow on that adjacent handle, with adjacent handle. Now if you want click and drag your mouse, it will change the width of the handle. So you can also change the width of the gradient. Drag the adjacent handle to the left or right, increase or decrease the gradient's width. Next, rotating the gradient field in the top of the right line. Two parallel lines is there. To rotate the gradient color field inside the shape, follow these steps. Position the pointer over the rotation handle. Here is the rotation handle. Just move your mouse pointer on that top corner. It will show you a rotation symbol and the pointer shape changes to rotation symbol like that, and drag the rotation handle clockwise or anti-clockwise according to the need and observe the changes. So click and move your mouse pointer on that rotation point to rotate your gradient handle anti-clockwise or clockwise according to your need. Next, modifying a radial gradient. So likewise, now it is in linear gradient. If you want to change it in radial gradient, first do the change, make it as radial gradient and then apply the modification on radial gradient. Likewise, you can modify a radial gradient color filled inside the tree. Let us now modify the gradient field in the shape by using the gradient transform tool. At first you need to change the linear gradient to radial gradient. Go to that right hand side here. Here is your linear gradient option. Beside the fill color option, go to that non-solid color linear gradient. Radial gradient is here. Click on that radial gradient. Now you can see the radial handle of your radial gradient transformation tool. Then you can change the center, change the rotation effect, change the width of the radial gradient. So select the upper portion of the tree. Now select the gradient transformation tool in the tools panel and click the object. Here is your gradient transformation tool in the tools panel. Choose the gradient transformation tool and then click on your object. The shape will appear as shown below, like in round. Here you can see. Now center of the gradient, you can drag the center point and change the starting point of color mixing of the gradient. Here is the center point. Move your mouse pointer on that and drag and click and drag your mouse pointer anywhere according to your need. You can change the center position here. Next we have the rotation handle also on your circle. Here is the rotation handle. Just move your mouse pointer on that point. It will show you a rotation symbol. Here is the rotation symbol. So go to your rotation handle and rotate your mouse pointer, clicking and dragging clockwise or anti-clockwise anywhere. Use the rotation handle. Next you have the with adjacent handle also. This is your with adjacent handle. Just move your mouse pointer on that particular point. It will show you a double-headed arrow. Now you can click and drag your mouse pointer to adjust the width of the rotation, width of the center of the gradient field. So you can drag the with adjacent handle to increase or decrease the gradient width. So move your mouse pointer, click and drag your mouse pointer to change the width of your center. Next, you have also the resizing handle. You can drag the diagonal resize handle to alter the gradient size proportionally. So you can So you can also change that resize handle to alter the gradient size proportionately. Okay, so you can also change the size, increase or decrease. You can also change the center here. You can also change the size or width of the center. This is your image to change the radial gradient effect also. Now you can also add some shape tool or some other tool, and you can also do some modification or transformation on that particular shape. So we are going to add a new stage. So go to file, and from here go to file and click on that new option. It will give you a new stage. Here is my new stage, blank stage. Here I can add some stool, some pentagon or hexagon tool, and we will apply some effects on that tool. Selecting objects. To edit an object, we have to first select it, otherwise the command will not be applied. So click the selection tool, click and drag the selection box around the object and release the mouse button or double click on the object to select both of the stroke and fill. The object will be selected. So at first you have to draw some shape tool. Here is your shape tool. Click on that. Rectangle tool, rectangle, oval, polyester. So I am going to use that tool, polyester tool, and then I am going to draw a shape using my mouse pointer. So go to selection tool, select your image, and you can change the position by selecting that. Double click on that and move your mouse pointer anywhere to change the position. So this is your selection tool. Transforming the shape. Using the free transform tool, you can scale, rotate, compress, stretch or skew lines and shapes. To compress the drawing, follow this step. Draw a hexagon, or here is the pentagon I have drawn. Using the polyester tool, select the free from transformation tool in the tools panel. Here is your free from transformation tool. Select that free from transformation tool. Double click on the hexagon on the stage. Now it is in radial gradient. I want to change the color, so go to that fill color option. Beside that you got the solid color option, so choose any other color and apply that color on the shape. Go to bucket tool and paint bucket tool and apply that color on your shape tool. So this is now your shape tool, and now you can use your free transformation tool, free transform tool. So go to fill transform tool, apply it on your Double click on the hexagon, on the pentagon on the stage. Drag center handle of the free transform tool down to transform the hexagon into the following shapes. So here we have the pentagon. You can change the position, you can change the center handle, you can use the rotation handle or width handle to change the position. You can also skew the image by moving your mouse pointer. Rotating an object, so if you want to rotate your object, select the object, select modify, select the object, go to selection tool, select the object, then go to modify in the toolbar, in the tab modify tab, go to transform. Here is your transform option, then go to rotate and skew. It will show you the rotation, that is rotate and skew option, and rotate 90 degree, rotate, flip vertical, flip horizontal. Use that option, rotate and skew, and click on the corner handle of the object. Go to modify, select transform, select rotate and skew, move your mouse pointer near the corner of your shape, and then it will show you a rotation symbol. Then you can rotate your image. So here is your rotation symbol. Here is a rotation symbol. Now click and drag your mouse to rotate your image clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is your rotation symbol. Drag a corner handle to rotate the object. To end the transformation, click outside the select object. So now it is selected. So if you just click outside the object, rotation transformation will be gone. To end the rotation transformation, an outline of the object appears as you rotate. Release the mouse button and see the object has flipping an object. So you can also flip the object. Okay, now I am going to show the flip option on the previous image, that was the tree. So draw a different image. Here you, in your book you have the fish, that applying the rotation on that particular image. So draw a fish using the pencil tool and fill color in it using the paint bucket tool. Now I am going to apply the same thing, flipping option in that particular tree. In this tree, choose the selection tool and double click on the object to select it. Go to selection tool, double click on that particular object, select your image, then go to modify. From modify tab, go to transformation, transform, select the object, flip vertical or flip horizontal, flip vertical or flip horizontal. Okay, so the image is in two parts, right? The trunk and the top of the tree is added here. So we have to change the uh, we have to make it in a same group. We have to group the image, so go to modify tab, click on that group image. It will group your two portion of your image. Okay, so now you can group them. So this is your image. Go to modify tab, now apply transform and go to flip vertical. Okay, it is still not grouped together. So you have to group that image. If you drawn it separately, then group that image, it will make a one image. Then you can apply the transform effect, the flip vertical effect or flip horizontal effect. Then go to modify option, modify tab, then go to transform. It will show you the list of menu. You can get the flip vertical and flip horizontal. Click any one of them, it will show you the flip vertical, or you can also apply flip horizontal, transform, flip horizontal. It will show you that flip horizontal and flip vertical. Next you have copying an image. How can you copy the image? It is very easy. You can just select the image and select edit to copy. Here is your edit tab beside the file tab. You have to just select the image, go to select tool, double click on your image, then go to edit. Here you have the copy option, click on that copy option and click on the blank area of the stage and select the paste option from the edit menu. Here is your okay, go to that next this tool. So this is your image. Now you can apply copy option, select the image, go to selection tool, double tap on your image, then go to edit tab, select copy option, place another anywhere in the blank page and paste in place option. It will show you the copy of your image. Now you can see same copy is provided you on that particular image. It will give you two images. Now you can move your mouse pointer on that image and you can drag your copied image. You can change the position where you need to copy the image. You can also use moving an object. That means you can use the cart copy of cart paste option. Now you can make a change the position. You can change the position selecting moving an object. Select the object that you want to move by using selection tool. So move your mouse pointer on that selection tool, select your image by double clicking on that image. A plus sign appears next to the arrow. Click and drag the object to a new position. Here you can see on your mouse cursor, it will show you a plus sign. Here you can click and drag your mouse pointer anywhere on that page. It will change the position. You can move your image anywhere. Release the mouse and it will show you the image in other place, so you will see the object has moved to a new location. So okay, so this is your next part of your chapter, that how can you modify your linear gradient and radial gradient effect on your image, and also you can do some editing effects on your object, that selecting object, change the position, change the size, change the color, rotation, and copy of the object and moving of the object, flip option, but flip vertical, flip horizontal. These are the basic editing effects that you can apply on your image by using Flash. So that's all for today's class. Read the chapter and practice if you have your Flash installed in your computer, or just read the chapter and see the video carefully. Okay, that's all for today's class. Hare Krishna students, thank you for being in class.